Penne Puttanesca, improv with things that I already had on hand. So I'm doing some spring cleaning and I'm trying to make some meals out of items that have been really lurking in my pantry a little too long, like this huge jar of olives and, for some reason, the 3 pounds of penne pasta. So let's try and make some Penne Puttanesca-ish. Yeah, I think I've had this jar of olives for months, and that jar of capers, close to a year. Yeah. So I have some water on to boil for our penne. Just gonna cook it to a couple minutes under the al dente package directions. And in a large skillet, I'm gonna get going some olive oil and garlic. This might be the biggest clove of garlic I've ever seen in my life. For puttanesca, I'd often just put a couple cloves of garlic straight in the oil that are peeled, but some of these guys are so incredibly big, I think I'm gonna just slice them thinly. 3 to 4 cloves for the whole dish is plenty. We want to infuse the oil with garlic. I'm putting our garlic in cold oil, and now I'm going to turn the pan on to a low heat just to let that oil infuse really well with the garlic and maybe get a little golden edge to the garlic before we add other items. Unfortunately, we're not going to use up all of these olives today, but hopefully a really good amount in our puttanesca penne. I'm looking for probably a good cup of olives, and I'm going to chop them a little bit. These are a mix of olives, but some Kalamata Castelvetrano, those would be great to use. Be sure your olives are pitted. Just going to give them a rough chop through. I still want to see nice chunks of olive, but these guys are pretty big. A couple holdouts. I think that looks great. Nice big, briny, chunky bits of olive. Ooh. Okay, I am missing a couple of ingredients for classic puttanesca, like a can of whole tomatoes and anchovy fillets, but I'm going to make up for it with some other things I have on hand. I have a little bit of marinara left and some tomato paste for the tomato part. And for the anchovies, one of the tricks I love to use is a 1/4 teaspoon of fish sauce for every anchovy fillet. I think it still adds that delicious flavor, but since it's such liquid, I'm gonna add it with the olives, not directly to the oil. Okay, our pasta is boiling away. Our garlic is smelling great. It's getting just a little bit browned around the edges, so now I think it's a great time to add a bit of tomato paste, about a tablespoon. Get that browned up. Actually help to insulate the garlic from burning anymore. I'm also going to add our olives at this time. Ooh, nice and oily. I'm going to add a teaspoon of fish sauce. It doesn't smell the best initially, but it will give that nice, salty anchovy flavor. Fish sauce is fermented anchovies, and you'll initially get kind of a fishy hit, but it will dissipate and it'll give a lovely flavor to this whole sauce. Let's keep going with some capers. I'm just kind of eyeballing here about a 1/4 cup. Love that salty, briny thing. All right, now everything is smelling so good. The tomato paste has gotten a little more darkened, which I love. That initial hit of the fish sauce has gone away, and it's really mixed nicely with the garlic. I'm gonna add what I have of about half a jar of a good marinara. Traditionally, this would just be some chopped whole tomatoes out of the can, but I don't have that today. I also think we need some red pepper flake. I'm gonna put in about half a teaspoon. I like it on a little bit of the spicy side. Looking really good. It may not look like enough sauce for you, but it's so salty and so savory, and we're gonna drop the penne right in this pan, along with a little bit of its pasta cooking water to finish off this dish, and it will be excellent. Okay, our pasta is almost done. It's just below al dente, and I'm going to use this skimmer or spider to launch it into our sauce. And by doing it this way, instead of draining it first, it does carry quite a bit of the pasta liquid with it. But if we need a little extra, we'll scoop some water into the sauce if it seems a little too dry. It's looking really good, and we're just gonna let it kind of cook through for the next 2 minutes to really bring our pasta to its full cooked consistency. It is smelling so good, but it is getting a little bit thick, so I'm gonna take some of the pasta cooking water, just a couple spoonfuls, and if it gets too tight like that, just add a little bit of the cooking water back. That starchy water will loosen it up. It is 12:30, perfect lunchtime. Oh, all of those chunky olives. I love penne pasta. Looks so good, but of course we have to have some cheese. Nice sprinkle over. Oh my gosh, yes, yes, yes. I love Puttanesca because of all of the savory flavors. And I like penne. Here we go. It's so good. I can see why it's such a popular dish. It's pescatarian friendly. Oh yeah, that was great. Make some penne puttanesca. Oh yeah. I'm making some meals based on some ingredients that have been lurking in my cupboards for a little too long, and I'm trying to do some. Oh, man overboard. Another one. Come on. Stay in there.